Hey everyone, here with Titan Transnational, and this is a biotic, sort of fast advanced type deck. I think we're going to try this, even though it's a bit dicey. I'm hoping he's on Nexus, he'll be kind of slow, and we can kind of rush him out before he's really quite ready. So we've got a couple chances to draw a different ice, but we do in fact just have this one. That's fine. So we can biotic out Atlas turn 2 if we want to. Which is not a bad plan usually, because then he can't really siphon us, and we'll have that Atlas counter we can use to set up if we need a second dice. And let's see what his opener is. Is it going to be contract and wreck our R&D? Don't really know. So we're kind of revisiting this type of list because I feel like late game is so miserable for Corpse right now. So having a deck that can push fast and hopefully not have to fight the late game is pretty appealing. So with the fast track biotic, the Atlas counters, you're hoping to just go through the medium dig if they have it by tutoring agendas out that you need. So I'd love to see Oversight come out. So we could actually use our Atlas token to get Oversight, which would block siphons for quite a while. Or, yeah, Supplier. So it's 100% going to be Nexus. And he must have an awkward opener because he's thinking a long time about how to play his 9 cards. Actually going to run and pitch a card. So you might have like multiple copies of Supplier in his hand or something. Otherwise, I think you could at least load a Supplier pretty heavily. So we're trying a new Sapper. It's kind of cool, but right now it's like the worst case for it. He's going to be able to trash it for $2 from our R&D. Does get a contract out. Paperclip goes in the bin. So we have Shipman here. He's going to land contract on us and run like 4 times on the R&D, which will set him up. Let's... if we think if we draw, though, we don't hit ice, we end up with a bunch of cards we can't really use. So I think the play is actually a biotic out here. He might get siphoned here. I don't know if he will, but I think he's got to just take the R&D. Yeah, for sure. So maybe think about hostile takeover fast track next turn. Get a bit of money. Bad pub is probably irrelevant against this deck. He's going to be able to blast through Paper Wall, whereas Mother Goddess will stop him. Citadel, yeah. So definitely your standard type of Nexus Andy that's playing these days. Mongoose, right. So Friends with 9 places right now not that exciting. We could get the Sapper out, but he's just searched for his Mongoose. So it would be a $1 tax per time. Don't really care about that at all. It's probably just draw. Okay. We can lock in from the R&D if we then don't res our other ice. It's dicey though, because if he siphons us here, we're sad, but I'm hoping he won't at this time. Not sure on this placement. Maybe we should be putting this on the HQ in order to block the siphon. Dubbing our curtain wall. Oh, he has the passport too. Okay. I figured if he didn't have the passport, he would probably not siphon. So let's go 0 here and we'll block him. So we'll keep this contract stranded. And we'll try to play underneath the account siphon if we can. So he probably literally can't break this until he gets his Nexus online. This is a Jeeves. It's kind of whatever. If we take 1, take 2, we can draw 3 next turn. Yeah, we'll just do that. So I'm almost inclined to score hostile takeover. Problem is we'll be in siphon range at that point. If we can get some stuff online with the Jeeves, that'd be pretty good. But our money's too low right now. We do have some hedges in here. We've got a few various cards. Does check the G's. Probably just want to pay 5 right now. Nice. That's what we're looking for. I'd like to get an ice to go in front of it. Okay. So let's start our Jeeves up. Flip the oversight. Now we can score hostile from hand next turn if we want. The Atlas token. And be somewhat safe behind our curtain wall, which will cost him 8 to break. And if he nexus it, then it's not going to get trashed. Doesn't mean he'll be able to barrier through this if he wants to pay 3 paperclip and get 1 back, so we'll probably lose some accesses here. We have very few trashable cards in our deck. I guess this is 2 power, so it would actually cost him 3 to break with Mongoose. That's not bad then. You're going to pay 5 to trash Jeeves. That's tough. Public support. Do I even want this? I don't really want to res the Sapper, so maybe I won't install it. Paper wall. I think we'll just send our money back. So we've cut all our Jacksons now that we have preemptive action, which is kind of nice. You saved an influence. And really all you need a Jackson for anyway was to send back your econ cards and your G's enablers. So being able to do that without sending any influence is kind of nice. So then it comes back to us. Do we put our Jeeves back? Or we just score hostile here? Or we click up and we can score a second Alice next. Fast track biotic would be too expensive. I think I want to go for the Atlas. Wouldn't send it to a hedge fund. Ah, there's a hedge fund. Beautiful. Don't think he wants to trash this. So now it's awkward if we score the hook support because we need to score both hostiles afterwards, which makes his R&D dig a lot more annoying. So close to being double biotic out Oaktown. Double biotic out sales team is not bad either. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I need to play that. Let's get our Jeeves down, and well, I guess we'll play the Sapper. It's $3 for him. It's not bad. So now we can biotic with the Jeeves and score a sales team. If he doesn't do anything next turn. It'll be even cheaper if we can get ourselves the agenda as a normal draw. This can be the worst thing about playing a rush deck, is if you just don't draw your agendas, you can end up being pretty miserable. Could have played the Sapper here, but I actually want this Jeeves to live because this is our scoring potential. So we could score an Alice with 2 tokens or just score the money agenda. He's going to hit a Sapper, which is nice. It's like kind of cost him 3 to break. Or loses his medium. So that's almost like a snare that you don't have to pay for, which I quite like. Yeah, cool. he res this now? He's on 2 credits. We'll be on 9. We can do biotic to 5. Install advance 4 times. No, maybe not. So I think I do want to score the sales team here. Unless we do fast track, biotic, green level. So if we play all these 3 cards, we'll have how many clicks left? 2 plus 1 from Jackson. We'll have 3. We could use that to get hostile out of hand. Not that exciting, really. Yeah, I think we want the money here. Or we get shipment. And fast track, does that help us? Okay, we'll go with the sales team. So maybe we could have fast tracked an earlier turn. Because now next turn we can do fast track, green level, hopefully play another operation to get Jeeves. That's all right. So maybe he's not Nexus because he's played a full rig out. I think he just has to keep running R&D, charging his medium up. So we're going to shuffle for him. Nice, we drew Oaktown. So if we get enough money, we can do biotic, install 3 advances, and then a 4th advance with Jeeves. We're actually making money at that, so we just need to be able to afford the biotic in the first place. If we fast track here, will he come after us? Like, are we going to get siphon next turn is what I'm wondering. Maybe we are. Can we stop it? No, right? So we could try to dump our money by raising the public support. Yeah, that's not bad. So we're gonna, if he siphons, we'll go to 3. And we can force him to actually pay $1 for each of these, which will then get out of the way for Mother Goddess. And then he can't get into R&D anymore to medium dig us. All right, we're getting $1 from this too. So actually we're gonna have a little bit too much money. I don't think he needs to do this Archives one. I think he wants to do it on HQ. Although maybe he's worried we'll score, but there's not enough in HQ for him afterwards. So if we do, if he does bust this, he can't beat Mother Goddess. He can't go to R&D. We can maybe biotic fast track out. Yeah, I guess we maybe can. So does this trash itself? I think now he needs to like run twice more for Archives, then he can trash Jeeves. Trashing Jeeves is super big for him. Oh, he's not Nexus. So he may have literally no way to break the Mother Goddess if he does trash the curtain wall. That could explain why he's afraid to kill this curtain. So even though this is a barrier, it's still a Bastion, which is not bad. $3 a pop. His accesses haven't been great. He should probably have a second agenda right now. Can we afford to res this? No, that's fine. He can trash it anyway. Lateral, yeah. We were getting our Bodic anyway. Or we're getting our Jeeves anyway. So I think I save the lateral in hand. So now he has to run. If we get Subliminal back, we'll be able to do fast track, lateral, or Subliminal and score. And also now he must trash the public support. So we're kind of pressuring him from a couple angles here. Unfortunately, now he's getting $7 per click. So that's an issue. So I could have spent the lateral. It wouldn't actually have helped us. Yeah, better to save this for when we need it. Yeah, there it is. That's pretty good. So we're gonna go to 3 here. And now he can't go to R&D, which means we top deck hostile takeover to win. I like that. So he's making sure that HQ's clean. Now he just knows that it's R&D. He's on 11 with a lot more money. So we res this. There's no we can keep it. So we'll just leave it there. Top deck hostile for the win. No. So click for 3 hedge puts us at 11. Which means we get siphoned again. With the lateral, we get to 13. Oh no, then we'd have $1 from sales team. So we do have the option to hard res a curtain to avoid getting siphoned again. Meh. Any of these cards any good? Oh, it's close. Pop the lateral, put Sapper up. Doesn't actually stop him, but he can otherwise just run 4 times in HQ, which is awkward. We play the lateral, go to 0, and then we can't actually score anything. Okay, let's try this. So I was kind of hoping to see oversight pair with the curtain wall again. It would tax them an additional quite a few dollars. Now we're going to hope he doesn't steal this from HQ. So he's running here. This is just a very bad idea. You don't want to take extra money when you're already packed on money. Something I see people do fairly often is they get excited about the value of like $7 a click. But that $7 will be of no consequence to winning or losing this game. So it's actually just a wasted click when he has to keep me clean on the central servers. So he res this, he pays 3, doesn't really matter. So I'll just let him through. So had he made 4 runs here, he would have had a very good chance to get this. Instead, he's running in the wrong place. So that would have been useful earlier. Now we just don't need it. So that is the game. And I think he could have had us. Had he run here 3 times, we'd be trying to top deck the other one, right? Which would have been fairly far down. The Archer is what, $6 from the break? It's not terrible, but he's got so much money now that it's kind of pointless. Interesting to see the Powertap without the Desperado. It's only for Citadel. I think at that point there's probably better econ cards than Powertap. I guess the supplier synergy is there. Yeah, it's kind of all right. He wasn't siphoning enough to really have that many tags. Like if he had John Mastanori, it'd be certainly more value on top of that. But we didn't see him. So this was a little bit of an awkward draw for us. We didn't get agendas early when we could have rushed. And then he had all 3 breakers set up pretty fast. So like rushing was never really an option. So it becomes all about fast advance and like taxing him to trash our cards. Which can work okay. We've got 2 Chrysiums, so normally we shouldn't be getting siphoned this much. But I might have to think about the ice suite a little bit because I want to not have many ice resed in order to make the Mother Goddess good and keep them out of the key server. But there's not too many ice that are like here wall that trash themselves in faction. Like there's like Lab Dog, which is kind of fun. There's like Data Mine, which is not really anything. They all cost influence, so it's tough to pull that off. It's mostly the oversight curtain thing. 2 more cards next oversight. So we might have been better if I had been able to save this Atlas token from using it on an agenda and fast track instead. I have to check and see if there's a good way to sequence that. Because ideally this is not finding an agenda. Ideally this is finding your combo piece that you need. Or finding that hostile to end the game. Right, so thanks for watching.